In this video, we'll go over the 3 phases for the green card process that we're helping your employee with. The first phase consists of the labor certification process. During this process, we're going to be exclusively dealing with the Department of Labor. The employer will need to outline the job and its requirements, and indicate where the job will be performed. Based on this information, the Department of Labor will then provide the employer with a prevailing wage, which will then be used for recruitment efforts in trying to find a U.S. worker who is willing, able, and qualified to do the job. The advertising process is outlined in the regulations and has to be done in a certain order and through a specific medium. If you're unable to find a U.S. worker, we'll file the labor certification with the Department of Labor. The date of this filing becomes important later on and is referred to as the priority date. The Department of Labor typically takes about 4 to 6 months to certify this process. This first phase typically can take anywhere from 8 to 10 months to navigate through. A lot depends on how many applicants we get, how long it takes the Department of Labor to get us the prevailing wage, and certain other ancillary circumstances. However, once we get this labor certification certified, we will then be able to utilize that certification and go to immigration in filing an I-140, also known as Phase 2. In Phase 2, we will be dealing with the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, USCIS. When you file a Form I-140 or an immigrant petition for alien worker. In this petition, you'll show that the certified labor certification supports the fact that you're not able to find a qualified U.S. citizen who's willing and able to do the job you have available. You'll also support the petition with both the facts that you're in a financial position to pay the prevailing wage set by the Department of Labor and supporting documents to show your foreign candidate meets the requirements set out in the labor certification. At least at this point in time, Phase 2 can be expedited by paying immigration an additional filing fee. This additional filing fee is a premium processing filing fee. Normal adjudication could sometimes take anywhere from 4 to 6 months. And we're done with Phase 2. We'll move over conservatively to Phase 3, which is the last phase. This is where immigration deals exclusively with your employee regarding any criminal record, whether or not he or she has violated their non-immigrant status, or are going through any kind of medical checks. But this is really the easy part of the 3-phase process, and also the last phase that will generate the actual green card. Phase 3 can be done while the employee has a valid non-immigrant status in the U.S., or alternatively, processed at the U.S. consulate. It is also worth noting that spouses and children of immigrant workers whose Form I-140s are approved become eligible to apply for legal permanent resident status. If in the U.S., we can file Phase 2 and 3 concurrently if the priority date is current. See Monthly Visa Bulletin for more details. Sometimes we advise against this because of the inherent inconsistency of how immigration adjudicates Phase 2. This is because if you file Phase 2 and 3 together and immigration adjudicates Phase 2 and they then deny Phase 2 for any reason, they will automatically deny Phase 3 and will not reimburse you for any money spent towards Phase 3. Because there is a way to expedite the processing of Phase 2, we at least encourage our clients to file Phase 2 and Phase 3 separately. Each client's situation is unique, and we'll advise according to what's best for our client. It is very important that the employee remain in a valid non-immigrant status until Phase 3 is on file. U.S. immigration law is ever-changing and very dynamic, so we don't want you to miss out on anything. If you need clarity on any of these phases or would like additional information, please contact us. Also, be sure to connect with us on social media for the most up-to-date information.